Here we have for sale our 2017 on a 17 plate Volkswagen Caddy Maxi. This is the start line model, which is the Spec. It's got the 2-litre TDI diesel engine with 102 brake horsepower, accompanied with a 5-speed manual gearbox. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Caddy Maxi start line of this age. We'll also talk you through the condition, service history and ownership, seeing as this vehicle is currently available for sale at the time of recording. Starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, as we always do, and we have got rear glazed barn doors. What I mean by that are doors which open in that sort of fashion. That's barn doors, and glazed because we have got the rear windows in them. Looking at the condition here of these rear doors, looking in very, very good order. I know we've got the shadow here, but I am having a good look here at any reflections that I can see, and I can say it is looking really, really clean and straight here on the rear doors. What's also nice to see on this particular van, and generally speaking this van is in lovely condition, but one very nice thing here is you can see this rear bumper has not been battered. A lot of the times on these sorts of vans where people are loading in and out of the rear of the van, it's very common for the top of the bumper there to get scuffed, but this is looking really, really nice. If we open up then the barn doors, we can then start to have a look at the load area. If you look at down here, you've got these little bars just here. If you pull that bar towards you, you can then open the door right out to its 180-degree position, which gives you then maximum accessibility into the back. You'll notice as well on this van that it is not ply lined currently. It is actually booked in to have ply lining done, but I like to, where available, I like to do these videos before the ply lining is done, just to really show you that there's absolutely nothing to hide and you can really see what is under the skin of the van. You can just see how clean and tidy it is underneath here. As I say, we do opt to ply line a lot of vans, of course, because it does protect the inside of the van. Say for instance these panels here, if you were to have cargo in the back of here which were to hit against this panel, it can then cause an outward dent which can be a bit more difficult to remove. But as I say, you can get a really good idea here of just how clean and tidy the rear doors are, all looking very nice on either side. It's all looking very, very clean and straight here. Caddy Maxi comes as standard with twin side loading doors, very, very nice bit of spec, and we've got the factory fitted bulkhead there, which is just bolted in around the outside, so you can remove that if you wanted to. As VWs do, as they do with the Transporter, you do actually get a headlining in a Caddy Maxi as well. Could be very good if you were maybe converting this van into a camper van. Then, as I say, you're not going to have hopefully that condensation dripping on you in the morning from the roof. But of course, there'll be a lot of insulation and things going on in the back of there if that is what you were going to be doing. Looking then down the passenger side of the vehicle, and again using the roads, using those reflections where available, it's looking really, really clean and straight. Nothing that I can particularly point out to you in terms of adverse condition. It is looking really smart. Same goes with the wing mirror, it's all looking nice, not scuffed or anything like that. And we can open up the side loading door here as well. Have a look at the load area from this perspective. See the step there, gives you a good aspect here of the bulkhead. As I mentioned, you can remove these. Good solid plastic bulkhead in these, not a metal one, so they don't dent in the same way that a metal one does. And then if we open up the passenger door, we can then start to have a look at some of the condition and spec inside the cab here. Looking at the passenger door card there, looking in really, really good condition. Same with the dashboard here. There's no excessive marks or anything like that on the dashboard. Nice to see with this particular van, it is one owner from new, and they've had these proper Volkswagen rubber overmats fitted into the front of the van. It's always nice to see that. The van actually did arrive as well with VW seat covers on it as well. So as I say, you can always tell when a van has been well maintained, and this certainly is one of them. Another sort of aspect here in terms of maintenance, something to always look out for, of course, is service history. And you can see here, this is the Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles service record directly from Volkswagen, and these are the services which have been carried out by VW dealers. Most recently at 67,940 miles on, that would be the 3rd of July 2020. So as I say, you can see they did a brake fluid change, fuel filters, that was a major service there back in 2020. So as I say, this will be also going through our workshop as well before it leaves us, as we always do. Any less than a 6-month MOT on them, we put a brand new MOT on as well. Moving then around to the front of the vehicle, and again having a look here at the condition. Bonnet is all looking Very smart. There's no excessive stone chips. Of course, you're going to get the odd stone chip here or there, but all in all, looking very nice. Plastic bumper on a start line. No excessive scuffing or anything like that there, so all looking really nice. And then having a good look then down the driver's side. Now we are in quite a bit of direct sunlight here, but as I say, we can really use those reflections there to have a good look and see if there's anything that stands out. But I must say, bodywork wise on this van is looking very nice. There's a very minor little crease just here. I say that is minor, and you've really got to get in the reflection to see that. It's looking really smart. While we're outside as well, one thing to mention, of course, these can be removed if you wanted to, or you could keep them and sell them yourself. But this van has been fitted with the genuine Volkswagen roof bars, and they've also put a Rhino pipe tube on top of this van as well. Again, you could remove that if you wanted to and sell it. There'd be probably a good market for that. Or alternatively, can be very, very handy if you've got maybe lengths of pipe or something to load into there. Opening up the driver's door then, and we can start to have a look inside here. The only real sort of adverse condition that I sort of noted on this van interior wise is just on this door card here. Now there are a couple of marks here on the door card. I'm not exactly sure how they've managed to do that, whether the person who was driving this had a very rough coat on or something. I'm not really sure how they've done that, but as I say, there are a couple of marks here on this door card. Otherwise, there's nothing that I've actually been able to see on this van at all, as I say, in terms of adverse condition. Looking then at the driver's seat is all looking very clean and tidy. There's no rips, tears, cigarette burns, anything like that inside here. It doesn't certainly smell like a smoker's vehicle by the previous owner. Moving that sheet out of the way then, again you can see this nice rubber overmat there on the floor if the camera will focus. And so you can see there where the heel has been, so it's doing a really good job there of protecting the floor underneath. And I say I just like seeing elements like that, such as seat covers or floor mats and things. It's nice to see that, as I say, someone has clearly cared for the vehicle previously. On a start line on this age, you get this nice flat bottom steering wheel, feels very comfortable in the hand. You can see that we've got 2 full remote keys here for the vehicle. These keys here are locks for the pipe tube as well on the roof. Looking at the dashboard here, the vehicle is running currently, so you can see there's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. It's all idling correctly, and the mileage there, 80,930 miles, and still sounding absolutely spot on. This vehicle is Euro 6 as well, to bear in mind, so you can take this vehicle into the ultra low emission zone areas such as central London without having to pay the ultra low emission zone charge. Looking then at the screen here in the middle, they put this screen on a lot of Volkswagen models. This is of course where you can connect your phone via Bluetooth, and then you can play your music via Bluetooth audio if you so wanted to. You've got an AUX port and a SD card slot down there, and also a USB if you wanted to connect some music via another media. And you've also got a DAB radio inbuilt into here as well, so very, very nice to see that. As I mentioned, 5-speed manual gearbox, 12 volt socket here, and as I say, on top of the dashboard, it's all looking really, really clean and smart. Looking then into the middle, a couple of cup holders down here, of course handbrake, a little bit of wear on the handbrake actually. And then a couple of bit more storage there, a couple more cup holders there. And you can see the condition of the bulkhead, the head lining up there, and you've got some storage then above your head. Let's say it's all looking in fantastic condition inside the cab. So just to summarise this particular vehicle, this is a one owner from new Volkswagen Caddy Maxi. Caddy Maxi, for anyone who doesn't know, is the long wheelbase Caddy. So that is where the name Caddy Maxi comes from. 2-litre TDI engine, 102 brake horsepower, Euro 6 engine. So as I say, you can take this into the ultra low emission zone areas without having to pay the ultra low emission zone charge. Fantastic service history with VW as well. And of course, as I mentioned, this is going to be going through our workshop before it leaves us. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. Thank you very much for watching.